Welcome. Welcome to the IT 4750 final project video. My name is Josh Clegg, and Shane Marcus is also in my group as well. And today I'm going to be going over basically our project and what we decided to do. So originally we decided we wanted to try to do a Hadoop project. Unfortunately, about halfway through the semester, we figured out that that wasn't going to work. We ran into a lot of problems with our VMs. A couple of them blew up, and we just couldn't get it up and running. So we decided to jump ship on that option, and I had a good idea of seeing if we could exploit my WordPress website that I created for my company to cross-site scripting. And believe it or not, it was pretty secure. We did not have very much luck with that, but one major flaw that I have not fixed yet, which is a very simple fix, it does not have an SSL certificate. So obviously what that means is the data that is, sent to the website from the website is not secure. It's not encrypted. So with that being said, it's really easy to steal usernames and passwords, and cookies even. So today I'm going to demo that and just show really how easy it is to steal passwords from websites that are not using SSL. And at the end, I'm going to show a Zap attack and also show some of the other vulnerabilities that are associated with the website. And I'm going to attempt to do a session hijacking. I feel like I'm really close, but I have not just yet been able to successfully complete the session hijacking. So let's get started. Alright, we're going to open up our Kali Linux and our Ubuntu machines. Let's see. Cool. Oops, wrong password. Alright, so on our Kali Linux machine, we are going to open up Wireshark. We are going to go over to our Ubuntu machine. By the way, they can communicate with each other. They are on the same network. So in a real life scenario, this would be the same as, free public Wi-Fi, coffee shop, airport, you name it. Anywhere that anyone can really get free Wi-Fi. Alright. Funny story really quick. Actually earlier today, about an hour ago, I was attempting to film the same video, and believe it or not, GoDaddy or something, I don't think it was the actual website itself, but I got blocked. I couldn't access the Good Call mobile website because I was attacking it with Zap, and it just kept saying error, what was it, timeout error or something weird like that. But basically I had to go into GoDaddy and unblock my IP address, so it was kind of funny. And I had to do it all from my phone because the IP address associated with my house was blocked. So pretty funny story. Trials of hacking websites, right? Alright, so now we are going to go to goodcallmobile.com. This is the website that I created. So we have that, and obviously even Firefox is like, hey, this is not a secure website. I know it's not secure. And I'm planning on within next week of getting the SSL certificate. It's just a matter of purchasing it from GoDaddy. It's that simple. Alright, so now we're going to go over to Wireshark, initiate the capture sequence, start that guy. So now it is sniffing for traffic. So I'm just an average Joe user logging in at the airport, checking some files before I get on the airplane, right? So Josh, type in my password, and we're going to log in. As you can see, as soon as I logged in, the packets jumped about 500 packets. So that is all of our good information being captured right now. Blah, 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 blah. Typing in some information. Cool. Now we will stop capturing because we do not need any more packets. So now we have the information that we need to find the login and password. So first thing we're going to do to kind of isolate, I guess, to see if we can find where the login name, username, and the password is, we can start filtering things out and see if we can, you know, find the packet where that information is. That's the dangerous thing about not having a SSL, is the password and username login is in clear text. Alright, so let's do IP. Well, first of all, we need, I was doing some research earlier today, and I got the IP address for a good call. So if we were trying to attack a specific website or a very commonly known website, you can just simply Google IP checker, type in the website name, find the IP address, and so this is an easy way to filter Wireshark for that IP address, because especially if you're going to be in a busy place with a lot of traffic coming in and out, you're going to want to try to narrow in probably on one IP address. So let's do IP dot ADR equals, and then I have the IP address. Let's copy this guy. Paste. Right. So now we're seeing some of the ACK packets. Still looking at 400 packets, so that's not the most useful thing. Let's see, source to destination. So you can see some plugins, some jQuery calls. That was all. This was all executed when we captured it while the user, unsuspecting user, was logging in. So I find these Wireshark packets to actually be pretty interesting, despite how boring they look. There's a plugin right there. Alright. Oh, yeah. Okay, so this is not giving us enough information, so let's try searching. Let's try to search something a little bit more specific. Let's try frame and frame contains login. Is that what we want? Okay, let's see. This might be what we were looking for. Oh, there is our cookie. Truncated cookie right there. So that is some obvious information that you do not. Oh, yep, there's my session ID. Crazy. So there's some very explicit, that's an active session right now. So I could take that technically in Burp Suite right now, plug it in, intercept the requested website, tamper it, plug in that cookie, and in theory I should be able to log in using this credential. WordPress logged in. Yep, that is some very, very sensitive information right there. So that's good, but it is not exactly what I'm looking for, even though that is very good information to have if I was a hacker. Let's see, what do we have right here? Same thing? Yeah, okay. Now, let's try frame contains... Cookie should show this. Nope. Oh, this might be what I was looking for right here. Oh, there it is. So look, all I had to do, figure out the user's IP address, well, the website's IP address, so I could filter through, and then simply type in frame contains cookie. And that was able to pull up, the post method, and it pulled up the WordPress login PHP, and this is the danger of not having, SSL on your website. It shows the passwords and obviously the login and very sensitive information in plain text. So secure socket, having a secure socket layer is definitely crucial to keeping your website secure. Alright, so with that being said, look, the login, plain right there. Josh, there's my password, summer1. I didn't even tell you what my password was, but that is how unsecure a website is without having that secure socket layer. So the next step I'm going to show you guys is the actual Zap attack of the website. It does expose some vulnerabilities that I wasn't able to replicate, and I can even show you some other examples of the cross-site scripting not really working on the website. It seems to execute, and with that being said, I believe you could probably put in some cross-site scripting that is a little bit more malicious and dangerous, I guess you could say. I just don't know how to do that, and it's probably a good thing. And I don't want to blow up my company's website, so that's also a good thing as well. So that was pretty simple demo of how unsecure the website is in terms of the secure socket layer. So I thought that was really interesting, and I'm actually going to present this to my boss tomorrow and say, hey, we need to pay $120 to grab this off of GoDaddy, and it will save our butts. So there's that. Let's see, we'll run Zap on here, a little easier. And the cool thing I really like about Zap is that it kind of just throws everything at a website without you really having to try that much. It does brute force, it does SQL injection, it does cross-site scripting, and then it warns you about it. So this is what I was doing last time when my website crashed or got timed out. I don't know exactly what happened, but hopefully it doesn't crash again. Alright, so here we go. Good call. Mobile.com. It's this simple. This is how easy it is to find out if your website is vulnerable or not. Attack. So now we're spidering. And we're not going to hang out this whole time while it does the active scan, but you can see right here it's already starting to do too many requests. Looks like it's trying to do some SQL injection or just blow it up with brute force. I mean, you can look at the requests right now. We're hitting about 10 to 15 requests a second. We're already at 300. Too many requests. Yeah, we're probably going to get kicked off of the website right about now. Okay, let's go check it out. So, see if we got any alerts. So we already have a bunch of alerts. We can kind of walk through these. So cookie's been set without the HTTP only flag, which means the cookie can be accessed by JavaScript. So this is kind of goes in line with the secure socket layer, if I'm correct. It's just saying this session cookie. Yeah, exactly. So not having a secure socket layer SSL is this whole reason why this flag is coming up, because like I showed you on Wireshark, it's very exposed. It's there. If someone's looking for it, they can find it, use it to hijack your session and log in. So that's definitely bad. JavaScript source file inclusion. Be honest, let's see. It just says this page contains one or more script files from a third-party domain. I don't know how that really is vulnerable. I did not learn that in Hamden's class. I have not been taught it at school, so I'm not sure what that presents itself as a vulnerability. I thought this was really interesting. Autocomplete attribute is not disabled, so passwords can be stored in the browsers and retrieved. So if someone was trying to hack in, kind of the same way that I did with Wireshark, they could sniff it. And also, this is just by reading this, I think name equals password, user pass, class input. That gives you big tips of what to look for when you're using Wireshark. Name equals log ID, user login. Putting in some of those key values could really help you find. Or look, right there, WordPress login. That was our exact packet that we captured, and it did have our username and password in the clear text. So that is bad. That is another reason why having secure socket layer is super crucial and important. So I thought this was interesting too, because originally that was the whole reason why I was trying to blow up my website, was seeing if it was vulnerable to cross-site scripting, and it turns out, there's 7 notifications, right, that says, hey, web browser cross-site scripting protection is not enabled, disable the configuration of cross-site scripting protection, HTTP response header web server. So basically there's just nothing there. It sounds like it's something that you could change pretty easily. This is the downside of, this is only a low risk, right? So it's not too big of a deal, still a big problem. It's the downside of using WordPress, in my opinion. You don't get that full customization. I did download the source files, and it was all in PHP, unfortunately, and I'm not very good at PHP, so I was unable to fix this problem. In Hamden's class, we did learn about content security policy, and I think that would be something that I could implement on this website if I could figure out the right spot to put it. Alright, and then X content type headers set to no sniff. I'm not 100% sure what that error is as well, unfortunately. It just seems like it's something with cross-site scripting. Yeah, list of useful HTTP headers. Yep, so basically, when creating a website, I did use the help of a, what's the best way to say it, like a website builder. So with that being said, it loads a lot of code in that I don't type, and I kind of just style it more or less with CSS, and that is why there is a lot of code that is just there for no reason. And it's funny, with the PHP web pages on WordPress, it's all dynamically populated, so I don't have enough knowledge in the WordPress environment to know exactly where to put those headers to alleviate those problems. So this one's actually new. High risk, that's not good. Path traversal text. Interesting. Let's check this one out. WordPress login PHP. Okay, yeah, that's not good. Let's check it out. Let's see if it will work. Unable to connect. Oh man. Yeah, I think we just blocked ourselves again. Okay. I'm gonna check on this side of things. Yep, looks like we are locked out right now again from the website. I think we're just overwhelming it with this Zap attack. We're at 1,036 requests in, let's see, 4 minutes. So do the math. That's 250 requests a minute. What is that? Almost 4 requests a second. It's pretty intense. So it looks like the website, I'll show you. This one over here definitely is not happy. Oops, where'd it go? There's that guy. That works. Site cannot be reached. GoodCallMobile.com took too long to respond. And then the funny thing is, on my phone, if you use the Wi-Fi at my house, it does not work, but as soon as you switch it to the actual cellular service, it works. So I'm gonna have to definitely go back in to GoDaddy and empty the cache and unblock my IP address. But it looks like, yeah, even right here, it looks like it's stagnated. Too many requests. It looks like we've had too many requests for the last, what, 100 attempts about? Yeah, so that's also, I guess, an example of denial of service attack. DDoS, is that? Yeah, well, yeah, distributed denial of service attack. Yep. So, kind of locked myself out. Pretty interesting. But it's also very interesting that, let's see, all of these went through. So it looks like we have about 800 requests right now. Whoa. Let's do up. There we go. Quite a few went through, and just by looking at them, I mean, a lot of them are dangerous. They look bad. I'm sure they could be exploited even further, but I don't know how to do it to my knowledge, unfortunately. Yeah, let me give you a quick run through of the cross-site scripting and showing why it doesn't work. My guess is with why it doesn't work on Good Call Mobile is because of the fact that the input uses parameterized queries and obviously makes the data into a parameter, so it can't even be executed as code. That'd be my guess, because even on the login page and when you get into the actual form where you just submit information for a customer, I typed in, it's a basic script alert, and it actually takes it, accepts it, but then it displays the script alert as a customer's name, and it doesn't execute anything. So it's kind of funny that it does accept it, but it doesn't pop up or anything like that. So that being said, we kind of have hit a small wall. Let's see. So it's up right here. So if you we'll actually see what happens right now. We'll just do a live. In everywhere that we can. My guess is that it is not going to go through. Yeah, it's not liking this. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm going to see if I can fix this again. Flush cache. Yep, broken. Sweet. Okay, excellent. This might be the end of our video, unfortunately. Let's see. Let's turn off burp sweep. Or no, not burp sweep. Zap, because looks like it has gained some strength since we've left. Oh, nope, still stuck there. Interesting. Alright, well, I'm going to stop this. Quit out of it. That's okay. Let's see, we don't really need this anymore either. Turn off that. Let's see if we can get this guy to work. So Google works fine, so we know it's not a problem with the internet connection. I just think we overwhelmed the web server again, and we're gonna see if it's working. Unable to connect. Excellent. Okay, let's see. Yeah, this is definitely looking like the end of our video. Yeah, so that was an example of why having an SSL is important, how easy it is to hack a WordPress website that is not secure, and I guess an example of a DDoS attack as well. Yeah, so thanks for tuning in, and thanks for the class, and thanks for watching.